And now we have Mo Radke. Very good.
Thank you very much. I was supposed to remember that too. I was asked to create 5 minutes worth of information. I prepared no remarks this time because I think it's a little bit more important at this point that you say something to me. I will tell you a little bit about me. I spent 30 years in the Navy, and I did that for a reason. And then when I retired, I did something else for a reason. I wanted to do something that I loved. I became a golf professional, and I started a golf academy. There's nothing better than waking up every day and going to do something that you love. There's nothing better than that. And now, I want to put that aside for a little while and do something else that I love. And that's taking care of people. 30 years in the Navy prepared me to take care of people. And when I hear the things about government being too big, and we can't fix this, or we can't fix that, all I see, the more I research, is low-hanging fruit. There is so much that we can do, so much that all of us can do in the legislature, in the Senate, wherever we decide to serve, how we vote, we can do a variety of things. Education is something that I saw. I want to get involved in this. I want to put my love of golf and teaching and helping people aside to get involved with the legislature, to try and fix these laws and make things simpler. Well, I think about education, and I started to study education, and there's a long history of it, and you know it. 30, 40 years of an education issue that has not gotten better, that has gotten worse. In fact, our education system sends our keiki away and doesn't provide them the opportunity to stay here and grow and develop and have careers here in Hawaii. That's wrong. And it's not hard to fix. There's a lot of money in that budget, $2.4 billion. I was doing some math today. It was very simple math. And I understand it's a big issue and not a small issue, just like math would say. If you take $2.4 billion and divide it by 237 schools, you come out with roughly $10 million per school. I'm pretty sure if we pull the teachers aside and the principals aside, if we said, if we give you $10 million, can you operate for a year? You know what they would say. Absolutely. And of course, some schools have larger budgets than others. Teachers aren't the problem. Getting the money to the schools is one of the biggest problems. When we talk about a government bureaucracy, also low-hanging fruit. There are many things, and from the military, the Navy is a huge bureaucracy. It's been around for 230 some odd years. So if you want to try and change something that's been around for a while, try and change that. I've had plenty of success changing things in the Navy. The secret to doing it is getting people to work together, to join hands, to come up with a good policy. I'm not interested in taking credit for anything. Credit is not important, because when you can get people to come together to solve an issue, the issue can be solved. Who gets the credit for it? Not important. In fact, I'm not going to be a politician for the next 16 years. And I respect anyone who's done that kind of service. I served for 30 years, and I respect Ken Ito for serving for 16 years. You can't discount that kind of service. But I'm somebody different. And there's always a time when you decide to say, is it time for a change? I'm getting involved because I think it is time for a change. And I would hope that your support would help that. Now, what I'd like to do is stop talking for a second. And I'd like to ask you if you have questions for me. Does that work okay in your schedule? Yes?
Oh, I have a question. If you were fortunate enough to be elected, what's the first thing you would do?
The first thing I would do is do something exactly like this. Bring people together, find out what I can do, and depends on who's my other representatives. It could be you, it could be you. I don't care who it is. We're going to have to figure out a way to work together to get things done. If you look at Kaneohe area, what's one of the biggest issues that have popped up? I've heard traffic. Traffic hasn't a big issue over the last 45 days. Traffic has been an issue for years. Anoe Road, Kapunahala, that's not something that just started. That's been going on forever. Is that an easy fix? I sat there at the traffic light and watched When school, people are dropping off kids at Kapunahala, all you have to do is put a green arrow, so letting the cars come out of Kapunahala to go this way to the left, no problem. There's no traffic. Now, do you want to stop speeders? Have you ever had to pay for a traffic ticket for speeding? It's not fun. Am I done? But the rest of the answer to the question is, if you want to stop speeding, give a couple of tickets. That will slow people down. I don't want to pay $95 for speeding. That's how you enforce a law, is accountability. So I hope that answers your question, and I apologize I didn't get to have a chance to talk to everybody, but after November 2nd, hopefully we can have many more of these meetings. Aloha.
Thank you, Mo.